Communications Minister Ayanda Dlodlo in this episode of Government at Work has condemned the recent killings of women in the country. She also touched on gender-based violence, among other issues. Her comments also touched on the Stats SA research findings on teenage pregnancy, which concludes that while South Africa's fertility rate is declining, teenage pregnancy remains a problem in the country. It says by age 19, 28% of girls have started having children. Among these, 1/3 are girls who have not completed primary school. Let us hear what the minister had to say on this and other issues.
We meet once again in this special edition of Government at Work that gives us insight into government's programs, events and standpoint regarding issues that affect our society. Let's look at some of last week's events. South Africans, it is worrying that gender-based violence still persists in our society. The barbaric killing of Karabo Mokoena, Courtney Peters, Nosipho, Mandleleni are just a few painful reminders of the scourge of abuse. We welcome the President's visit to Courtney Peters' home yesterday as a testimony of our government's compassion to many affected communities. We wish to extend our deepest condolences to the families who lost their loved ones and affected communities who experience these heinous crimes on a daily basis. Victims of abuse are urged to call the toll-free number 24-hour Gender-Based Violence Command Center at 0800 428 428, which is dedicated to providing support and counseling. You can also request to speak to a social worker from the center by dialing *120 *7867, free from your cell phone. Government encourages men to stand up and say, "Not in our names." We also call on every person in the country to play a role in ensuring that women and children are safe anywhere in the country. Earlier this week, the Statistician General released the South African Demographic and Health Survey 2016 Key Indicators Report. We note with concern areas in the country where children are under the age of 2 are not receiving immunization as per the government program. Following an outbreak of measles in Gauteng recently, the Gauteng Health Department has set up immunization centers in public facilities, schools and creches as part of the vaccination campaign targeting 1 million children. Kindly note that parents are urged to give their consent. Health is fundamental to the well-being of our nation and critical in ensuring a better future for our children. We therefore encourage parents and carers of our children to ensure that all children are vaccinated against preventable diseases. To raise awareness about children's rights, government led by the Department of Social Development will officially launch the 2017 Child Protection Week campaign on 28 May in Langa, Cape Town, under the theme, "Let us all protect children to move South Africa forward." President Zuma opened the Tourism Indaba at the Albert Luthuli International Convention Center in Durban on the 15th of May. This major international event follows the successful hosting of the World Economic Forum on Africa held at the same venue earlier this month. South Africa is upbeat about the future for tourism, supported by strong growth in recent years. The sector has the potential to contribute significantly to local economic development, especially for the youth. And now, moving to activities for the next week. Cabinet ministers of all national departments continue to table their departmental budget votes in Parliament. Budget votes play a critical role in sustaining good governance and ensuring accountability and transparency by the executive. I urge South Africans to follow these proceedings via social media, community radio, as well as parliamentary channel. We can be proud as South Africans that since President Zuma's direct intervention on HIV and AIDS, our interventions are ranked amongst the best in the world. We also acknowledge that the global network of people living with HIV will coordinate the International AIDS Candlelight Memorial on the 21st of May. This event draws our attention to the efforts needed by all of us to break down the barriers of stigma and discrimination associated with HIV and AIDS. On the 25th of May, South Africa will mark Africa Day under the theme, "The Year of O.R. Tambo, Building a Better Africa and a Better World." Struggle stalwart Oliver Tambo, to whom we have dedicated 2017, was instrumental in rallying support and solidarity against oppression on the continent. We join other Africans from across the continent in celebrating our liberation from colonialism, uniting towards the goal to make Africa prosper. From the 28th of May till the 2nd of June, an inaugural National Traditional Leaders Indaba will be held in the city of Tshwane under the theme Unity in Diversity together moving South Africa forward. The discussions will focus on matters such as land ownership, tenure rights, as well as radical socio-economic transformation. These are but a few of the programs that make up the work of government on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. And as a caring government, we continue to work hard to provide services, ensuring that our interventions change the lives of our people for the better. We invite South Africans to join us on this journey because together we move South Africa forward.